Hello, Jermaine. Hi. Maybe you can unmute yourself.
Hi,
Yeah.
it's very hot in Hong Kong. I'm sweating all over all the day.
Also,
How's the weather?
it's,
How's your weather?
here in Korea,
Yes,
um, not really hot, even though it's summer, but yeah, it's not really hot during these days.
we are very hot. I'm
So,
sweating all over. Every day I train 3 times or 2 times at least.
how many temperature?
I think 32 or 33.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I got to hide under the aircon.
Ah, so even though there is aircon, it's still hot?
Yeah, if we got aircon, then we don't feel hot. But sometimes you're in the kitchen, then you cook, you can't have aircon.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when you're cooking. So
Yes.
you should turn off the aircon. Ah. So
So where other people there not yet
ah
come, not yet.
not yet. Maybe they're coming. Yes. Al is coming. Wait for her. Oh my goodness. She's connecting anyway. Hello, Al.
Hi, Lynn. How are you
Hello.
doing?
I'm good. How are you too?
I'm great. So are we still the two? So it's still the two of us.
No,
We're still
Jermaine is
waiting?
here.
No, let me see. Oh, okay. Now I can see. Hello,
Hi,
Jermaine.
hi.
So, what did
Okay,
you
I
do
guess we're still
today?
waiting.
What did you do
Oh,
today, Al?
the weekly task. I did the weekly task finally.
Yeah. You did.
Did you answer the questions? Did you answer my questions? Did you
Um,
answer the questions
not yet. We
with the
will
names?
check that one later, Jermaine. So yeah, it's quite. I haven't fully watched your video. So
Hello.
hello, Tom.
Hi,
Hello.
Hello,
Tom.
Tom.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you. And I have prepared a lecture for you,
Wow,
4 pages. I don't know how time you give me because it's pretty long.
that's great. So you have to be a teacher today.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
you gave me a task, so I must execute it.
So yeah, we can learn from you today in a way. That's
So
great.
are we gonna review all of them again, or what are?
You mean our no. Today we are just our meetup is all about you have to present kind of lessons that you are going to share with us. You present like a teacher. You're going to teach us, so each one of
Hi
you.
everyone.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I have homework for you.
Yes.
I have
Hello,
worksheet for you.
Vivian. Oh, you
Hi
also have.
everybody.
Hello,
Oh,
Vivian. You woke up
thank
in the
you.
middle of the night, I presume.
Did how do you know?
Hi, Vivian.
Hi, Vivian.
Hi guys. Yeah, but you know what happened? It's because the first time when I saw the Zoom meeting, it was 5 o'clock in the morning for me. I
Mm,
saw it twice. Did
yeah,
you change the time?
yeah. I
Yeah.
changed it because
Ah, okay. Yeah, but it was good because then I set up my alarm clock for 4:30 so I could be up.
oh my God.
I could be awake at 5. But then I think I just turned off and slept again. So I woke up almost at 6 o'clock and oh my gosh, I'm so late. And then when I came here on Skype, I saw that the was different the time. I said, what? Did I see wrong? What happened?
Mm,
But it was good because then I took my coffee and I didn't sleep again. So it was good because I could work a little bit. And here I am. And when I was about to enter the meeting, my mom called. I was just talking to her.
Oh, see then. So it's
So
6 a.m. in the morning.
oh,
What,
not
6 a.m.
now.
there?
Yeah, not
Oh,
now. It was when I woke up, but now it's 9 o'clock.
oh, 9 o'clock. I see
Yeah.
then.
So where are you
Wow.
from? Oh,
Indonesia.
oh, Indonesia. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
All
Yes.
the people that I talk from Indonesia are so great. I just love you guys. You are so good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Today our meetup is you have to teach us, Vivian. Did you prepare? You're going.
You know, I
Uh-huh.
yeah, I was gonna say this thing that teaching is so good. You know, I was watching two videos, one of a teacher called Tiffany, and she's American, and she was saying that one of the best thing for you to learn something is when you teach, because then you make your brains to work harder and to pay more attention. And
And you
then
finally understand what you are teaching.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So and then the other video I watched about this girl from Russia. Her name is Marina, and I didn't know she was Russian, but because her English is so good, and so she was explaining some interesting things that I made a live about this. But if you want, I could say it again. Other ways to say I don't like it. Just that oh, Americans are so polite and they don't they don't like being straight to the point. So they have other ways to say, I don't like it. They don't say like, no, just,
Hmm.
it's
I
very good.
see. Interesting. Oh my
And
God. I don't know if I get prepared.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Because I teach, and then whenever I teach my students at the same time, I'm learning. So yeah,
uh-huh,
definitely
yeah.
true.
Because if you teach and if you don't know how to explain, then you know that you didn't understand very well. Because, you know,
Yeah,
when you,
exactly.
if you understand, you are able to teach.
Yeah, yeah. I totally agree with that.
So let me ask you something. Is my voice too loud? Because I watched another video that we had and my voice was so loud.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
now
yeah. Right now it's fine.
I turned the volume down. It's like 60% now. It's not 100%.
For me,
Oh, I
when
see.
I every time when I watch our video, my voice is too low. I don't know
No,
because I
it's
already
But
good
you
now.
sound fine here.
it's fine,
Yeah,
right? You
yeah,
can
it
hear me
sounds
well,
fine.
but whenever I watch
Yeah, yeah.
recording,
Mm.
my voice, I couldn't hear some of my speech. I don't.
Probably because you don't use any headset on.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe, but
Oh, you don't? Oh, that's why then. Yeah.
so should I use headset?
Yeah, it's better. The
Because
sound,
it's the mic. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna sound better.
it sounds better, especially afterwards. But for us now, it's okay if you if you don't want to
Let
use.
me get my my mic and my headset, guys. All right, continue.
All right.
Okay, who wants to start? Do you want to start off?
Oh no, I think I have to review first. Wait a minute, I don't really get prepared for this. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. Go ahead, Jermaine or Thomas.
I can start because I have prepared and I would like to talk about the same thing which my video was made. So
Okay.
maybe it will be not interesting for you, but I made a research for some cases and it may be not so dull for you because I extended my content a lot.
Yeah, just do a summary about it. You don't need to do
Mhm.
the whole thing.
Okay, so I would like to make my speech about intonation, about pronunciation, about stress, and so on. And this guy, this Kangaroo English blogger, he said that there are four rules which are based on scientific research, and there are like that. The first rule: you will never lose your accent, because it's like that. It was in another video of him that brain learns to hear sounds up to 6 months, and after 6 months, he brain hears only these sounds which are needed for him. So he learns to hear specific sounds, and sounds which are not important are not recognized at all. So it's why after 6 months age, human being is not able to perceive the sounds which are not familiar, which are from different language. So it is a basic function of brain that it limits the informations which are going to the brain, because it is lazy. Brain is lazy. It wants to only listen which is essential for the brain. So it was scientific research, and it was like that it is not impossible to change for the accent later than after 6 months of age for human being. And it is of course it is possible to change it for a short time, but as Al wrote in her comment, it is possible for short time to change accent, but it is not possible to do it permanently and to do it in casual speak, and it is very difficult. And of course it is possible to learn the accent, but it needs extremely high effort, and it is very rarely phenomena, and it is very exceedingly rare. And as this teacher said, it is as possible as being targeted by a lightning to learn the native accent. And the second rule which he said is very interesting and very cheering up, at that age doesn't matter. And because there is a common saying that the younger we are, the easier we learn language, because children learns such a quick in such a quick way language. And this is not because of the age, as scientific research says, but it is because of motivation and time spent on learning. Children has a lot of time because they have all their life to learning English, and they are highly motivated because all their activities depends on learning language. So that are two reasons: motivation and time spent on learning. That's why they are learning so fast. And so it is very good news for us, because we can also learn so quickly as children if we are motivated enough and if we spend a lot of time for it, of course. And the most controversial thing is about maybe not controversial, but the most interesting is about pronunciation. That it is not needed to acquire the native pronunciation, the native stress, native accent, because about 80% of conversations in the world are between non-native speakers. So non-native speakers are the most frequent participants of conversations. So it is no need to imitate native accent, because it is not very important. And the third rule is that the most pronunciation teaching is bad, because these pronunciation teachers are focused on imitating the native pronunciation, and the native pronunciation is not very important in communication, because there are special things which are important for being understood, and what is most important. The most important is word stress, but this word stress is untouchable. We cannot learn this word stress, because it is an example. For example, the word Japanese, when it is pronounced alone, the accent, the stress is on the last syllable, Japanese. And when we said this word in a sentence, actually she is Japanese, it will be like in the single word. But when the sentence is a Japanese ship owner, the stress will be on the first syllable. So it is moving, the stress is moving. And when we said this Japanese word in sentence, oh, I thought she is Japanese, so the stress is on the word she, and Japanese is not stress at all. So the stress is moving, and is by this teacher, it is no need to learn to memorize the stress in the word, because it is not effective. And the most important is the tonic stress. It is stress in the sentence, because when we use this tonic stress, we made the sentence more understandable. And the example could be, he is waiting for the friend at the station. So these words, waiting, friend, and station, are stressed, and it makes this sentence more understandable. So it is most important to learn how to making stress on the most important words in the sentence, to know this rule. And this is extremely important for communication. This tonic stress, this stress in the sentence, in the phrases, not word stress. And this is also a rule which tells that English is an intonational language. So it is important also to use a pitch change across the sentence. And I have an example here. For example, I didn't tell you to go to argue with him. So we make this. I didn't tell you to go argue with him, and we can also make this pitch changes like that. I didn't tell you to fight with him, and I certainly didn't tell you to smash his stereo, for example. And in consequence, I just told you to go to talk to him. So it is very useful to be understandable to using this speech in sentences. And I am in the half of my speech, so a little more. So the next things is it's stress timed rhythm, and this stress timed rhythm, it's also characteristic for English, but it is replaced by syllable time rhythm. So we cannot learn this stress time rhythm because it is also very difficult, and there is no rules. But what is important, and what is I think it is the most crucial thing of my speech, what she would learn, on what she would focus our learning as the intonation. These are several things, and we should learn how to pronounce properly consonants. All consonants we should pronounce as exact as possible. The one thing, however, is also important. Then th sound could be replaced by sound t or d, like think could be replaced by think, or then is by them, because it not affects our understandable our understanding. When we replace th sound by t or d, it don't affects our understanding. uh, so it is the general rule. And the next rule is the difference in the R sounds in the end of words, like car, which is pronounced in the American English, and it is the car, which is not pronounced in British English. So car, and car. And he advises to pronounce the R sound at the end of the words, because this way we would be understood by both types of English speakers, American and British. But because if we don't pronounce R sound at the end, we could be not understood. And the next thing which is crucial is the changing the spelling of vowels. And it is important to differentiate this spelling of short and long vowels, like sheet and sheet. And it is very crucial to make this distinction. And it is also important. It is the last of my speech. Last thing. It is aspiration at the end of the words, because the aspiration after the final P or T, like walk and walked. Because if we don't pronounce the ending of the words, like walked in this word, we couldn't be understand that we are talking about past, because English grammar is like that, is built like that, that the endings of words are most crucial. So the ending of words tells to the partner in which tense we are speaking. So if we should pronounce the ending of the words very clearly to communicate the tense in which we are speaking. And the last thing, there are tables which are created for each languages, and these tables are for, they are focused on the problems, individual problems, which are in the individual languages for the special nationalities, for the Brazilian, for Russian, for the Slavic, for Korean speakers. They have very specific problems with pronouncing the sounds, and they should focus on these problems. And there are tables which helps us a lot with focusing on our individual problems with pronunciation, which are connected to our nation, to our native language. That's all from me.
Yay,
Very good.
awesome.
Yeah, very good. I agree with the points.
Sorry?
I agree with all the points you said.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, yeah.
Summarize all our learning.
Actually, I watched also the video you provided in the group. Yes, yes. Yeah, some of them I agree, but some of them, which I learned in Rachel English, uh, imitating is the best way to improve your pronunciation if you really want to improve your accent. Shadowing the native speaker, because you will adapt how they pronounce those words or those phrases. So,
Yeah.
oh, his
Yeah,
perspective.
he also told that if you love learning English, if you are truly lover, you can learn it. You can because it takes it gives automatically to you. If you are very into the English, into the learning, you can learn it. But for the average learner, it is if you treat language as a tool for communication, not as a topic of your life, it is not needed to imitate this language, this accent, this stress, because it is not needed to be understood.
Well, I agree with most of the things you said, Tom, but the only thing I don't agree with him is that he said most of the time we talk with people who are not native English speakers. So for this reason, I think that pronunciation is very, very important because just to give you an example, one day I was talking to a guy from India and it's so hard to understand them.
Yeah.
I don't know, I have hard time to understand
Hmm.
Indian people. And he was a teacher there. He said he was a teacher of English,
Hmm.
and he said that he's been speaking English for 10 years. And then I was talking to him, and very delicately I told him,
Hmm.
yeah, I think we just have to work on our pronunciation and this and that, just very carefully. But then he said, oh, no, no, we Indians don't worry about pronunciation because we can understand. And I said, okay, if you're going to talk to another Indian, that's
Hmm.
fine. You're
Yeah.
going to understand each other. Because I understand Brazilians, even
Hmm.
though some people don't understand, I can understand because I am Brazilian. So it's
Hmm.
easier for me. But if you want to talk to other people, I think it's crucial to learn a good English because when the person has a really bad accent, it's you have to pay so much attention. It even gives a headache because you have to pay attention so much. So I think the
Hmm.
more you learn, the more you practice your pronunciation by doing shadowing, because for me it's the best
Hmm.
technique.
Hmm.
uh, you're more likely to be understood, and you're more likely that people will want to talk to you, because when people don't have a good pronunciation, I talk for myself, I feel lazy to talk with them because you have to pay so much attention. It's you have to work harder in
Hmm.
order to understand. So I prefer
Hmm.
to talk with people who can speak clearly so I can understand, and I don't have to do much effort to understand.
Mhm, mhm. I agree with you, because I best understand, of course, my Polish colleagues, which to which I'm talking in English. Is, of
Uh-huh.
course, it is, but my experience is also from my native language, that even foreigner here lives in Poland for 20 years, even 30 years, I can recognize his accent at once, because he is foreigner, and I can recognize that he is not native at once nearly.
Mm-hmm.
So
Uh-huh.
it is. I agree with this teacher that this is no use in learning accent to be perfect, to be like a native, because it is
Yeah.
it is impossible. But to be as close as possible, of course, it
Yes.
is it
Uh-huh.
is it is good thing. But
Yeah.
the the other thing which I dubbed about shadowing technique, it is the method of learning. Because if I'm learning like if I am learning like a parrot, I am replacing the sentence just after the role model. I cannot hear myself, and I cannot correct myself, my pronunciation, because the voice of the model uh, goes together with my voice, and I don't hear myself. So I think it is better to replace with the some not at once, but after some
After.
period.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah, it works too. You can I think the first step is to do after the person speaks and then you speak. So you can identify the stress words and the pronunciation and all that. And then when you get better, you can try to do just to see if you can do the in the right rhythm that the person
Mhm,
does.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah, good point.
Okay. Mhm, okay.
Yeah, I do agree with Vivian and some of the things that you've mentioned about who was that again? Kangaroo. Yeah,
Kangaroo
so I
English, yeah.
think yeah, kangaroo English.
It's an
So I agree with
Australian.
Vivian.
He's
Excuse me?
Australian, I think.
Is he?
He's
Yeah, I
He's
think
native
he's
Australian.
Australian.
I think he's
Australian.
Oh.
Australian. Yeah.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
yeah.
Australia.
So, so I think like there was a time when I had a close friend who was also Indian, and there was a time when we were calling, but it was not video call, it was just audio call. So I felt like I can just understand him because he speak clearly, but then when he speed up, I know that he's choppy, and then I was having a hard time to just catch every single word or the meaning that he's trying to say. And just like what Vivian said, and then I was like, there was a time when I was like, probably I'm not patient enough to listen to this guy. However, there's this one day, this guy finally get the chance to speak to our teacher, who is also a native speaker, who is like a teacher, and she's been teaching for so many students all over the world. She's still telling this guy that you sound choppy. So that's why I even just can't really catch every single word clearly, and sometimes I stumble upon because you speak because you speak a little bit fast but choppy. You put a lot of stress almost in every single word, and then I finally understand how important it is to when we talk to native speakers. I mean, when we talk to, yeah, just like what you said, like when we talk to people who are non-native speakers, it's easier. But there comes time when native speakers just can't understand us because we put this wrong stress. And I know stress is trickiest, and I know it's always changing because it's always convey our mood or expression. So let's just say that when we say, oh, that's so good, we can say it like, oh, so it means it's just mediocre. But when you said that's so good, you can put the stress on every single word, and it means a lot. Like it's really,
Yeah.
really good. And it changed the mood, it changed the conversation, like the expression. And I know it's always changing. Yeah, and that's the trickiest.
Yeah, I think the conversation flows better, and even we feel like talking with this person more, for a longer period
Yeah,
of time.
exactly.
And also there are some words in English that, for example, desert and dessert, there's some
Yeah,
completely different things. So
that's a huge difference.
we really need to know
I still
where
have
the
to
stress
remember
goes.
the difference. Like sometimes I forgot.
Yeah. Okay, who's
Okay,
next?
hello,
Hi, how's
Martha.
it going?
Hi,
Unmute
Frank.
yourself, Adeline, because you are muted.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Marta. How's it going?
Hello.
Hi.
You're on mute.
Lynn, you're
Yeah,
muted.
you're mute.
Lynn, can you put
All right. Okay.
yourself on mute? Oh, yeah.
I said, let's welcome to Frank and Marta because we only have 8 minutes left and
Yeah.
not yet.
Yeah. If you
Wow.
want, if you want, I can send you a link so you can join.
Join and continue.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Better.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Yes, yes. So later, when this session finished, then we can join
Start again.
link.
Mm-hmm.
So who's,
All right.
Okay.
So what are we gonna do now?
who's gonna?
Okay, I think I can do it in 7 minutes, Mike, because I have to leave after that.
Oh.
Okay, but I'm fast. I'm fast. I'm not gonna take too long. Okay, all the ways to say I don't like it. And it's interesting because we hear that all the time in movies and in series and TV shows. So they say, if you want to use I don't like it, instead of saying I don't like, you can say I dislike it. It's more formal and more advanced. So you can say, especially if you're in a business meeting, you could say this proposal is great. I like this aspect of it, but I dislike you are doing this and that. It's more polite to say I dislike it. And another thing I'm sure everybody heard a lot, I don't appreciate. You can say I don't appreciate you being rude with me in public. I don't appreciate, or I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it. I'm not into it. And this is interesting because I didn't know we could use with people too. You could say like, I'm not into you. For example, a guy asks you out, oh, would you like to go on a date with me, And say, I'm sorry, but I'm not into you. It's the same thing that say, I don't like you.
Yeah.
But yeah, or you could say, I'm not into, sports or whatever, any activity as well. I'm not fond of it. I'm really not fond of him. You could use fond of him too. He likes to show off. I'm really not fond of him. What's the difference, fond and fan? Oh, I'm your big fan. Is there any difference? Do you know?
Yeah.
I
Fun
never
is
use
like
it.
you admire that person. Fun is like you're having you're enjoying or you're having a great time. You're having fun.
Okay, fun. I'm not fond of him.
Font. Font is
Fond.
like, yeah.
The same thing, isn't it? I'm not really fan of him.
No, well, I don't know. Let me look it up.
I think fan is more strong, isn't it? Like I'm a big fan of, I know, some artist or something.
You're not
I
really
think so.
admire that person. You're not really.
Yeah. I'm really not fond of him, or you could say I'm fond of him. I'm not crazy about it. It's another way to say, let's have some sushi. And the other person, no, well, yeah, we could go, but I'm not crazy about it. I'm not crazy about it. This is very used.
You don't like it.
They use it a lot. Or you could say, it's not for me. Someone tells you, have you ever seen the latest Netflix movie about Dracula? And you say, oh, it's not for me. I don't like this kind of movie, the gender of movie. I like comedies, I like love movies. And the other one, I'm not much I'm not much of a, for example, I'm not much of a dog person. That means I don't like dogs very much. I'm not much of a garden person. I'm not much of a writer. I write, but it's not very good. I'm not much of a. The next one, I'll pass. For example, someone invites you to go out and you don't feel like going out. You just want to stay home. And is that fun? Is that what?
Vivian, can you repeat your phrase because I confused. I thought you said fun like FUN. so I said like
Fun.
you enjoy, but
Fun.
you said
Yeah.
fan, right?
Fun.
Fan.
FOND.
Fun.
Phone like phone like.
I'm not fond of it. No, not fond. It's pronounced with A. It's almost if it was A. It's written found, but it's fond of it. I'm not fond of it. Fond. You say fond of it. Yeah, it's like you like the person. I am fond of this TV show. I like this TV show. Yeah.
Fan. So what's your question? You asked what's the difference?
When you say I'm a big fan of this guy and I'm a fan of this guy.
Yeah, seems similar.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing.
It's
Maybe
almost the same.
Can I say something? In my opinion, font is like a, like a middle. I mean, it's much similar to like, but fan is like you're kind of obsessed
big fan.
with the thing
Yeah.
or with someone.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
can't
thought.
live without.
Yeah, like I'm a
Culture
big
club.
fan of this guy, this actor or something.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of him. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like a little bit stronger. Okay, the next one is I can't stand it.
Yes.
This is really, I really don't like it. I can't stand when people speak so loud, or I can't stand when
when
you talk to me like that.
someone has a bad pronunciation. I can't stand it. I can't.
Yeah, that's right. It drives me crazy. It drives me crazy.
Exactly.
It drives me crazy when my neighbors start to listen to music so loudly.
So
It
loud.
drives me crazy. It really does. uh, Another one that you probably heard too. It's not my cup of tea.
Yes, it's not my cup of
It's not my cup of tea. Oh, initially this was used in Britain English, but now everybody uses. You know, this is not my cup of tea. It means, would you like to play golf with me sometime? And you say, this is not my cup of tea. I'd rather play volleyball. You can say that. Or the last one, it's not my
I'm
thing.
going to join
Could,
now.
who?
Let's join to what's this?
Yeah, yeah. The Zoom link, like I posted there.
It's
I'm gonna
not my
paste them.
thing. Okay, guys. I'll see you next time because I have to get back to work.
Sorry.
Oh, all right. Never mind.
But
Thank
it
you so
was nice
much.
being here with
Yeah,
you.
thank you so
Anyway,
much.
Thank you.
thank
Goodbye,
you.
Vivian.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Just go now and join the link.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
All right.
Already. Wait.
Wait a minute. Just
Yeah.
leave the
Let's see. Let's see. So I think I have to turn off now.